Spencer, you've had a few life-affirming moments in your time. I mean, it was a very near-death experience, in fact.
There's been one or two kind of that were worse than the rest, yeah.
I'm talking about the boat.
Yeah, would you like the story?
I would like the story.
OK, here we go. I'll try and make it quick, because I know you've heard it before.
No, yeah, please tell us.
So I had agreed to help my mate and be his co-pilot in this kind of powerboat race. The boats go about 100 miles an hour.
Wow.
And they're very small, you know, they're from here to the first line of audience, and you know, they're pretty all over the place if the water's not flat, which it wasn't. And he knew what he was doing, but obviously not that much. I was wearing these big, heavy boots, because obviously I wasn't expecting to go swimming. And we tried to undertake this boat in the last lap, and we flipped the boat, and he got thrown out, and I got sucked under, and dislocated both my shoulders on impact.
What does that feel like?
Pretty awful. Yeah, I mean, one's bad enough, but two at the same time was quite low. The water's freezing cold, very dark. I'm wearing a helmet, and like couldn't really see anything.
And weighted
being
boots.
Thrown around. Yeah, weighted boots, and you know, I had this tiny little neck flotation device, you know, just in case you go in. And
did you try to swim?
Well, I was trying to swim, but I think I wasn't helping, obviously, because there were weights in the shoes to keep your feet down, you know, in the boat. And nothing to strap you in.
And
so
of course, your shoulders must have... Where were your shoulders?
Couldn't move my arms, shoulders back here, and. Yeah, kind of gave up. I kind of gave up past a certain point, because I was kicking and thriving around, trying to, you know, get to the top, get air, and just nothing, and just, you know, just water, all black, couldn't see anything.
What did you think?
I didn't know which way round I was facing or anything. You know, my worst fear was that I was sinking, obviously, and I could have been, but actually I was very slowly rising, and. My lungs were completely compressed from the impact, and I was under for well over a minute, type of thing, with no air in my lungs. So I'd gone, right, well, that's that then. You know,
What, you thought, what, as in I'm
Well, yeah,
die?
I was just like, you know, there's no way out of this, because I couldn't even take my helmet off, you know, or anything to see, because my arms were blown out.
Did you think that's that then?
Yeah,
and
then all of a sudden I just felt that I went very calm and felt that. That I was actually, that my head was kind of above water, but after a long time, and somehow I was still conscious, and started breathing, got whipped into this boat. They had to snap both my shoulders back into place.
Together or one by one?
One by one, which was even worse. I wish someone had just trodden on me or something.
Yeah, can you imagine if you had one and then you know you've got to go through it?
Yeah, well, I thought both my arms were broken, actually, so it was actually a bit of a relief to know that they weren't. And then, yeah...
Did they give you any painkillers or anything?
They gave me a bottle of Jack Daniels. Which I have to say I was delighted with.
They must have seen Made in Chelsea.
Yeah. He doesn't need painkillers. Give him a bottle of Jack.
What, the paramedics gave you?
Yeah, well, because it was freezing cold, so I was in shock and I was in quite a lot of pain. And yeah, you know, because Tom, my friend, who was the racing driver, got all the attention. He got thrown in an ambulance and everything. And it's like they completely forgot about me. I got sat next to the Coke machine.
They just got you drunk.
Yeah, they were like, "I'll give him the whiskey, it'll be fine, let's look after Tom." And yeah, I can remember in the hospital being like, I was in the same boat, like, literally. Than that guy. So,
Spencer, did it have an effect on you, though? Do you see things differently even since that, where you thought, actually, your life really was seconds away, potentially, from...
We were so comfortable in the race as well, and then all of a sudden that happens.
Yeah.
And you just realise, you know, obviously, you know, what we were doing was kind of dangerous, but it didn't seem it at the time. So, you know, you could be seconds from... well, probably not now.
When it's just all over.
You know, engaging in anything, really. So, yeah, I did...
Has it changed the way that you know... Because you do like your kind of high-speed, sort of scary, adrenaline-fuelled sports. I mean, have you moved away from that?
Haven't been back in a powerboat.
OK, well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
With Tom, at least.
Yeah.
John, you strike me as a bit of a junkie, a bit of a... in a crazy...
John, you are a junkie.
Adrenaline! It's like whenever I see it, it's almost like you're on adrenaline.
Well, coffee more like it. I like things like I've raced some cars and I've done rally racing, and I did have an incident when I was rally racing in Wales, and basically what happened is I took a curve and the car hit the side, and it spun. I think it was like 4 or 5 times, possibly 6. It flipped over, but. The weird thing about that was the morning that I was leaving my house in Wales, my parents were there, and I said bye to them. I knew I was going to have I knew I was going to have the crash.
Really?
Yes.
And so, yet you still did?
I still did it because
Why?
I thought to myself, well, it's kind of like why live in that kind of fear? Because I feel if I had that kind of premonition, I would be okay.
Right.
When you look at the video footage of it, I'm actually, whereas you kind of went all peaceful, I was going, woo! As it was flipping over, yeah.
Did you feel your life was...
I thought, I did think, I can't say the word on television, but and I thought that, you know, I didn't calmly think. I thought if it's gonna, I'm just gonna scream my way out of it, just enjoy it. But apparently my manager and agent Gavin was there with a video camera with my assistant Reese at the time, and all of a sudden you see the video and then you hear, ah! And you see the camera running and grass because they see the accident happen. But
And did
it's
it
frightening.
change the way that you feel about life?
Well, I wouldn't stop living life. I wouldn't live life in fear because of it. And when you feel the same way, I still would try.
You got to crack on.
You can. And the thing is, you know, a lot of people say to me, you know, with all the stuff that I do, oh, aren't you worried? And I think maybe as you get a little older, you do have that in the back of your head, but I won't let it stop me. And you know, again, with having children and all that kind of stuff, do you think that then having children, does that make you a little more cautious in those things? You know, so there's all those different elements that you look at, but you should just live life to the fullest.